So if you'll remember from old videos that I've done that you've seen recently, I keep showing you this table over here, and this table has phones and other electronics all over it. So I finally had some time this afternoon, and I decided to clean these up and kind of show you guys how I prep electronics for photography and final sale. I try to set myself apart from other people on eBay while not spending too much time, but you would be surprised by the lack of effort people put into taking photos. So far, that effort on my end has actually paid off. And in higher sales, I can ask more if I have a nicer photo. And so I kind of want to talk to you about what I do and how I set it up. And let me show you here. Okay, so I've spent the past 20 minutes or so kind of cleaning off the faces of these. These are AT&T 1070 small business system. This is 4. I'm going to sell, the 4 is a lot. I know I talked about doing it a different way in other videos, but I decided to sell all 4 as a lot. And then I took these zip ties here and I unplugged all the cords and I wrapped each cord, I wrapped each power cord in its own zip tie. And I did the same for all of the telephone cables. So when the buyer comes to look at this listing, they can see, okay, this comes with, 12 cables, some extenders here, and 4 power cables, everything included. And now I'm gonna take all of these and I'm gonna set them in this light box here and show you guys the photo setup and then overlay the actual photo once it's cleaned up that I'm posting on eBay. And here is what the setup looks like in the light box. We've got the 4 phones right here, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I put the uglier phones in back, but that's okay because I have photos of everything. And this one has actual names written over the contacts here for the extensions, and none of the other ones do. So I made sure to take a photo of that and include that. I'll also mention that in the description. I want to be fully transparent. But also these are nicer cords, and in the back, these are a bit jumbled. I don't feel like I'm being dishonest though. I'll mention in the listing that some of the cords are a bit tangled on 2 of the phones. I've got all the power things here, but then I've also got all of these, and I think what I'm gonna do is move all this out of the way and take a photo of just those so I can get an accurate count. So when it comes time to post this, I have an accurate amount that I can say in the listing. Comes with 12, phone cables. So the next step here is I'm gonna pack all of these up in one box. I'm gonna pack them up now rather than wait for the sale to happen. I need to get an accurate weight. And even if I were to weigh each one of these separately, weigh the cord separately, weigh and then add it all up, blah, 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 I'm still not gonna get an accurate count. And the margin is really light, is really thin on these. I didn't pay a lot for them, but I paid a bunch in shipping. Now these came with some other items, so I'm not paying strictly for these to be shipped to me, but it was a hefty price to get all this shipped. So I need to be really, really accurate on the weight and the dimensions of the box on the listing itself. So when it comes time to ship, I don't end up shooting myself in the foot and wasting all my profit on shipping. So I'm gonna pack these up. I might do a time-lapse video of me getting them prepped so that you can all see what that's like here. All right, here's the final. I had to use the 14 by 14 by 14 U-line box. You saw me switch out from a longer box. I think that this has, since this is perfectly square, it has a lower overall longest dimension than the other box. That being said, I still think this is gonna cost about $30 or $40 to ship, but let's find out. I'm gonna go ahead and weigh this and plug this into like a FedEx calculator, a USPS calculator, and a another calculator and we'll see what we get. Okay, so after doing some research and getting sidetracked to, I had a best offer on some shoes that are going to be shipped to Puerto Rico, which is, you can use priority mail packages to be shipped there. There's no extra charge, but I was negotiating with the buyer, so it took me a minute and I had to weigh stuff and all that jazz. So anyway, it looks like this big box, the 14 by 14 by 14 that weighs 14 pounds, the cheapest rate on UPS is $33.51, which isn't really that bad at all. Now, I was on the phone with UPS customer service last week trying to get better rates, and the lady was able to negotiate it down a bit for me, but she also said I can always enter a coupon code at checkout that she gave me, and that may reduce it even more. So I'm gonna try that, but what I'm gonna put on the shipping is $33.50 for the buyer. That way I know that I'm completely covered. Now, if UPS rates go up or down, it probably won't be more than 50 cents to $1, and you know, if it takes 6 months to sell this, I might eat a little bit of that. But I'm gonna check FedEx really quick and see if they can do even better, because I've had a lot of luck lately shipping via FedEx on eBay, and it's been fine. So I'm gonna check that. So the FedEx website says that shipping is actually $10 more for FedEx, so it'd be $43.20 to ship that box via FedEx. But when I'm on the eBay website, I get a much better rate. So when it comes time, once this sells, I'll post it as UPS for this rate, FedEx for this rate, and then depending on what they choose, I'll ship it that way. But when it actually sells, I'm just gonna test and see if I can get a better rate on FedEx on eBay.com itself in the checkout section, if that makes any sense. Yeah, so let me show you these Puerto Rican shoes. Well, they're not Puerto Rican shoes, but they're shoes that are possibly going to Puerto Rico. All right, so these are some Asics. These are some nice running shoes. They are Gel Superion 2 Deep Ocean Koi men's. You know, you don't need to know any of this, 10.5. Anyway, in original box, unused, unworn, really nice running shoes. I've had these up on eBay for a few months now, with original tags and everything. Now, I've been debating keeping these for myself because that's my size. But I had an offer from a buyer. Now, I have some shoes up on eBay and I have none of them at best offer because I want to, I think the price I have them at is fair and I don't want to go beneath that. Most of my auctions I have a best offer on, but when I'm firm on price and I don't want to negotiate, I have it set at a specific price. This is one of those cases. So I had this at $49.99, so $50 with free shipping. Now, this is a Priority Mail shoe box. This isn't flat rate, which I've learned. I thought it was. Doing the research online and going to a bunch of forums and blog posts, it turns out that this is not flat rate. It is Priority Mail though. It's just a special box for shoes, which is a bit confusing to me. Why would they make a special box just for shoes and give us, what kind of are we getting a better rate? So with this all said and done, shipping this box to Puerto Rico is just like shipping anywhere else in the United States, including Hawaii and Alaska, blah, blah, blah. It costs $20. This is 2.5 pounds in the box. And based on the outer dimensions here, 7 3/8 by 5 1/4 by 14 7/8, this is $20 to ship to Puerto Rico. The person made a best offer of $40 to me, and I responded and I said, look, I can't justify getting $20 for these when they sell for $100 on eBay, and paying, if I take your $40 offer, I'm going to be shipping these for $20, and I'm only going to pocket $20, and after that, even after fees, it's probably more like $15. And no one in the right mind would sell Asics brand new running shoes for $15. There's just no way. So I responded with that. If they decline the offer, I think that's going to be best because I can't end up taking that much of a hit on these. I do want to move through my inventory though, so it's kind of a mix of the two. How badly do I want to get rid of this and just take the price they offer me? And how long do I want to let them sit? That being said, it's still winter. It's February. These might fly off the shelf in summer. If I put them up at $100 and leave them there, in summer I might get an offer for 70, which I would definitely take because I would love to get 50 for these rather than get 20 for these. That's after shipping. All said and done, it just comes down to what I'm willing to part with, how much of a loss I'm willing to take, and how much of a profit I'm willing to get. I didn't pay anything for these shoes. That said, is I'm not an idiot and I don't want to, be an idiot about taking an offer that's really lowball. I don't want to sit on it though, and I know I've repeated myself, and that's been a constant theme in these videos, is just finding that right balance. So we'll see what happens. I will update you and let you know. Bye. Dudes, it is pouring down rain outside, like drench status. Can you hear it? Little ASMR for you. Maybe I'll show you. I don't know if you can see anything. Nope. Well, that was pointless. So I recorded a video earlier today, a couple of videos about me packing up these shoes and me packing up and boxing up the phone system, which hasn't sold yet, but the shoes did. The guy paid, and I sold a few more items while I was inside watching a really horrible movie, Gemini Man. I had to stop halfway through, and I'm not that picky, but that sold. And then I sold some more of the coconut oil from Victoria's Secret. So let me get these things boxed up. So the coconut oil is in this box, new old stock. Let me get this shoe box that's got the label printed out of the way and set that over here to be shipped out tomorrow. Okay, ink, new in box. So I sold 4 total, 1 to one person and 3 to another person. So 1 to one person and 3 to the same person who bought 3 last time. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I have 6 left over. Yep, I have 6 available still. So it's nice to be getting through this inventory. It's a good sign. These were sitting for quite a while, and there's a lot of people selling them. So the person that was selling them the cheapest must have sold out, or just my lucky day, or it's a repeat buyer. Either way. So I'm gonna pack these guys up. So without showing you guys the addresses, which I've done a couple times, this is the 3 coconut oils. It was about 1 pound, 11 ounces, shipped for $8.75. This is a first class mail for just one of them in my new easier to fold and manage bags from Uline. And then of course the shoes. So I think what I'm going to do now is I am going to either finish photographing the phones, or I'm going to move on to these computers. And the reason why I'm kind of excited to move on to these computers is because 2 of these have a Windows operating system and one of them doesn't. And I really enjoy updating computer systems and putting new operating systems on them. These I bought for about $50 a piece each, and I'm going to be reselling them for about $100, $120 without shipping not included. So that's a good investment on my part. One of them is extremely dirty and needs to be taken apart and refurbished, which I'm going to do. I also need to take any company related stickers off of them. So I think that for now, what I'm gonna do is just do some rehab. I may not photograph them tonight. It's about 7 o'clock, but I've just got a lot of energy today, so I feel like doing that instead of playing computer games. Been up since 5 this morning, took the wife to the airport. She's going to visit her nephew. So it's been a long, productive / lazy Sunday, a little bit of both. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna refurbish these and make sure they're clean and good to go, and then maybe photograph them tonight if I'm feeling up to it, maybe photograph them later this week. And I might, put a video up of me doing that, of me rehabbing them, time lapse it. That's fun to shoot, and I hope it's fun for you guys to watch.